Hello, I'm here at Charles Page High School in Sand Springs, and today I happen to be joined by Miss Faith Liston. She's a teacher here, and really glad you could join me. I know it's the middle of the school day, so thank you for taking time.
Thank you for coming. It's so nice to meet you.
Okay, great. So, Miss Liston, what do you do here at Sand Springs?
I teach English 10 and AP English 11. I'm in my 17th year in the classroom.
Okay, so 17 years you've been teaching here. What keeps you around for 17 years?
There is so much joy in the teaching profession, I think. It's the kind of job where you get up every day and it's just exciting. You're going to do something new every day. And you know that what you're doing makes a difference every single day. You never have to wonder, I wonder if this has an impact. I wonder if it really makes a difference, because you get to know that.
So every day you're doing something that feels like you're having a positive impact on a young person.
Absolutely.
That's what is driving you.
Yes.
Okay, great. So why have you stayed in this district specifically for 17 years? You could go anywhere to teach. Why Sand Springs?
Absolutely. We have really intelligent, creative, passionate kids, but all kids are really creative and intelligent and passionate. What makes the Sandite different is the heart of the thing. Sandites care about each other. It is part of the culture here. And Sandites have a sensitivity to the most vulnerable among us. So I know when I take my two young children, who are also Sandites, 6 and 9, to community events, I know that kids bigger than them will look out for them. They'll help them get candy at the homecoming parade. They'll pick them up at roller skating rinks should they fall. And I know my children look out for kids smaller than them and will do the same thing. There's just a beautiful community spirit of caring for those around you.
It sounds like a pretty tight-knit community. And
it absolutely is.
It seems like that's also a great part of teaching here.
Yes.
So I got to ask you, what's a Sandite?
The answer to that is the person you want to be.
Okay. Okay. All right. I'll take it then. So tell me, what got you into the profession in the first place?
Oh, gosh. I had a pretty rough upbringing, very financially unstable, emotionally unstable. It was not safe. And my public school, and in no way being dramatic, helped save my life, truly. My public school fed me twice a day. I had a nurse to help me with health issues if I so needed it. And my teachers invested in me. They believed in me. They helped me find my passion and my talents. And they made me believe that I was capable of anything I wanted to do. So my teachers were my heroes. How could I not want to be a teacher?
So your teachers were your heroes, and it sounds like they provided a pathway for you to live out your dreams and goals. And you said to yourself, I want to go back and do that.
Absolutely. I was so proud of being a teacher and being a Charles Page Sandite. My first year teaching, I made it a point to walk up the front steps of the building every day just to feel what it was like to walk in the front. It was not convenient to my classroom, but I did it every day as like I've made it. I've done the thing I've always wanted to do.
That's incredible. And did you go to school in Oklahoma?
I sure
go through
did.
Sand Springs schools?
I did not.
Okay.
I grew up in Broken Arrow.
Okay.
And I was a first-generation college student. I attended the University of Oklahoma.
Okay, great. So what would you say, it sounds like you love this job and
do.
You love the impact you have. What are some of the challenges, though?
Oh, goodness. I think the biggest challenge for a teacher is the constant code switching. You have all of these wonderful, unique individuals that sit in front of you, and they come to you with their unique needs and their unique styles of learning and their unique desires in life, and you're trying to constantly meet all of those needs. If you have very large classes, which is an issue in schools, that workload becomes even more.
So you've got students who have different needs, different concerns, different interests academically.
Correct.
And so you have to respond to all those different things. So that's a challenge.
Of course, yeah.
But it sounds like it also kind of keeps things fresh at the same time.
Absolutely, it
keeps
does.
you on your toes.
Yes, and that's okay. I love meeting them where they are and finding out who they are as people and where they want to go in life. That's the relational aspect of teaching is the whole point of teaching to me.
Sure. What would you say is kind of for you, just the best part of the job?
Okay, the very best part of the job, I think, is when you see that light bulb turn on for a kid. Every year, because I work writing, because I teach English, we start with, let's write a thesis statement, and I'll walk them through. Here's how it should go. And then I will sit and watch them kind of struggle with it. And in my head, as I'm walking around, I'm saying in my head, please, somebody, like, be brave, like, ask me, say something out loud. And all you need is one kid to do that, to trust you just a little bit. And then you're off to the races. You build your whole classroom off of that trust. Then it's somebody else will ask a question. Somebody else has a comment. And then the students are learning from each other as well as from you. That kind of magic, there's no price tag on that. That's it right there.
Yeah, that's incredible. So you mentioned that one of the things you really like is being able to see the impact that you're having
Yes.
all the time. And how do you actually know, though, when you've had an impact?
I think there's a little bit of a privilege of teaching high school because you're so close to them at their adult life that they will think about you a little bit more and reach back out to you once they've become adults. And I see them in the community, their mothers, their fathers, they're Rotarians now, they're community service leaders, they own their own businesses. Some of them are teachers in the same district. That is not at all uncommon for a Charles Page graduate to come back and then work within the school system.
So some of your previous students have come back to be teachers here themselves.
Yes, absolutely.
That's kinda neat. Okay. So you get to see them, and it sounds like a lot of your former students have decided to stay right here in the community and stay connected to Sand Springs.
Absolutely.
Okay.
It's that feeling of like family and everybody belongs and we're all in this together. I mean, why would you go anywhere else?
Well, that's great. So, you're, I think, describing a lot of the incredible aspects of teaching, and I think why a lot of people get into this profession. But as I think fewer and fewer people are going into teaching nationally.
Right.
It's an issue, not just nationally. It's an issue in Oklahoma and many other states. But what do you think people should know if a young person is potentially considering the teaching profession? What do they need to know?
Absolutely. Young people considering the teaching profession should know that you're going to work very, very hard. A whole lot will be expected of you. It will feel very overwhelming at times. It will never, ever be easy, but it will always be worth it.
Okay. So, and especially I would imagine early on, those first couple of years,
Yep.
the workload is probably pretty significant as you're trying to find your way and figure things out. But I imagine over time, you start to get a rhythm.
Absolutely. It takes a minute to get your sea legs, so to speak, to kind of feel the flow of what's going on. But quite honestly, I felt like the University of Oklahoma prepared me well for that.
Okay.
I didn't find much of what new teachers find challenging to be all that challenging. I was ready, curriculum-wise, to go in and step into a classroom.
Okay. So it sounds like what you're saying, and correct me if I'm wrong here, is that initially there's going to be a lot of work and it's a big responsibility to be a teacher. But then there's this other part, which is you get to have an impact every single day. And
Absolutely.
There's probably not too many jobs out there like that where you can affect a young person's life and directly see the results, as you do in your case, all
Yeah.
around the community.
Yeah. I know a lot of professionals at this point in my life, and a lot of them are not that excited to get up on Monday morning or go to work, and they feel like they're being asked to do things that don't really matter in their jobs. I've never had that problem. Never.
You always see the outcome.
You always see the outcome, and it's always so exciting. Like, today's the day we're going to read this, or we're going to write that, or this is the skill we're going to learn today. There is always something new. There's always something exciting. And you know that the students need the skill that you're teaching them. You know this is going to help them in the future. And you never have to wonder if you've helped anybody, if you've made a difference today, because you know you did.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So a lot of times these days when you hear something about the teaching profession in the media, it tends to be a little bit more negative. And my contention is that that's the 1%, or maybe less than 1%. And the other 99% are the things that are happening every day, the things you're talking about. So what would you say people outside of the school walls, what do folks maybe misunderstand about teaching and the impact of the profession?
Sure. Because the demands of teaching are so high, I would really doubt that somebody would get into this line of work thinking that they could just draw an easy paycheck and show up every day. The professionals that work with your children every day care about them. We know them. I think about my own children's teachers within this district. They know my kids. They know their strengths. They know their challenges. They know who their friends are. They know what they're interested in. And they care about them as people and making the educational experience tailored to them. It's just a bunch of very hardworking, passionate people, truly.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So you've got a busy life here at school.
Sure.
So certainly you don't have a life outside of these school walls, or do you?
I think I do. I'm a little busy these years, like being mom. I still have very young children.
Okay.
But we get out all the time. We get our children involved in the community. We get them involved in events, activities. So we do a lot of things as a family.
Okay, so the profession is somewhat conducive to being able to raise a family. It sounds
Oh,
like.
absolutely. You want to be home every night to cook dinner for your kids? I am. You get all the extended breaks with them. You get to celebrate every holiday with them. Nobody's going to call you into work Christmas morning or anything like that. If there's an unexpected snow day, that's a big deal. Who's going to stay with the kids? Mom, because mom also has a snow day. And I know in our society, a lot of times people are raising their kids without a lot of outside family support. I know my husband and I are, and we don't have grandparents that we can just call and ask them, can you take the kids today? It's a snow day. Like having mom there to be involved with all of those things is really helpful.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense as well. So I think I know the answer to this, but looking back, if you had to do this again, would you say it's worth it? Would you do it again, or would you take another path?
Oh, absolutely. I can't imagine doing anything else.
Okay. Well, I know you probably have to get back to class here, and we are in the middle of the school day. There's students walking around all around us, which is kind of fun. But I just want to say I really appreciate the opportunity to speak with you and appreciate the work that you do as a teacher, and just thank you for your time today.
Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity. I think everybody needs to know what it's really like to be a teacher, to work in public schools in Oklahoma.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Miss Liston.
Thank you.